Amid the damp, heavy air of Louisiana's Honey Island swamp, where cypress trees draped in Spanish moss loom like silent sentinels, a lone hiker named Claire ventured deep into the marshland one humid afternoon in October 2020. She wasn't someone easily spooked. Claire had grown up nestled along bayous and had spent much of her life exploring remote corners of the South, but this day would be unlike any other. Claire had set out early, wanting to reach a narrow creek channel she'd only visited once before. By midday, the thick canopy overhead had muted the sun, and the swamp fell into an unsettling hush, broken only by the occasional splash of a fish or the distant croak of a frog. She snapped photos of floating water lilies and the intricate root systems snaking from ancient trees, then heard something from across the creek that jolted her out of reverie. A dark, hairy form emerged from the dense foliage on the far bank. From Claire's vantage point a few yards away, it appeared to stand taller than most local wildlife easily, at least 7 feet tall, and upright on 2 legs. Her heart thumped as she raised her phone, fumbled with the camera app, and began filming despite a sensation of disbelief and dread rolling through her. The creature paused midway through the creek, glancing back as if it sensed her presence. It seemed to straighten its shoulders, tilting its head in a vague, human-like gesture. Then, in a smooth, measured stride, it stepped into the water and began walking slowly but steadily across the shallow creek in full, upright posture. The sight was surreal. Shaggy, brown-black fur hanging in damp clumps over a broad, muscular frame. It waded through the water at least 10 yards from her before fading into the distant cypress stumps on the opposite bank. The video captured its outline in grainy, inch-tall resolution, streaming fur, and long arms swinging at its side. Claire's hands shook as she stopped recording, heart racing, mind whirling with what she'd just witnessed. A bear in the swamp? But bears rarely held steady, upright posture like that. And not for long distances. The creature's gait was unnervingly deliberate. Almost human, she retreated cautiously along her entry path, reaching her car without another sign of the creature. Only once she was safely on solid ground did she boldly post the shaky footage to social media. Within hours, the video began circulating among local forums and Facebook groups dedicated to Sasquatch believers, swamp folklore, and cryptid enthusiasts. The footage drew intrigued attention from every corner of Louisiana and beyond. Commenters debated whether it was a known species performing odd behavior or something far stranger. Wildlife experts chimed in quickly, suggesting the video likely showed a common black bear, which can rear upright to glance above submerged obstacles, and sometimes walk on 2 legs for brief intervals. A bear cradling prey or pacing near water can appear strikingly human-alike, especially through poor-quality imagery. Still, such behavior is uncommon and typically short-lived, not the slow, purposeful stride Claire recorded. Claire remained adamant. She had seen something walking deliberately upright, too tall and too balanced to be an ordinary bear. She consulted a local hunter and tracker, who affirmed that bears were present in the area, but improbable to use a sustained bipedal gait across water. He called the video damn strange and admitted he'd never seen anything walk exactly like that in years of hunting and exploring the basin. Then the local legends sprang to life. Stories of the Honey Island monster, long rumored to inhabit the dense cedar swamps and bayous, flooded back in. First reported by a couple in the 1960s, described as a fur-covered, man-like creature, the creature had seeped into regional lore. Hunters, fishermen, and swamp guides shared whispered accounts, fleeting shadows, strange footprints too tall for any bear or man, eerie knocks echoing through the dark forest. Few recorded concrete evidence, dismissing the rumors as tall tales or misidentifications, yet the stories endured. Claire's video, though grainy, seemed to revive those decades-old accounts. A handful of local papers reported on it cautiously. With hedged language and a few amateur cryptozoologists journeyed into the swamp to search for more signs of the creature. A guide claimed he'd spotted large footprints in a mucky creek bed that matched a 7-foot-tall human biped. Others claimed to hear unexplained snapping and wailing noises at dusk. Still, the evidence remained anecdotal: a film clip, some footprints of puzzling size, and scattered, secondhand tales. Wildlife biologists, including researchers from Louisiana State University, visited the area with trail cameras and audio recorders, tracking bear populations and installing sensitive motion-activated cameras. Those cameras recorded typical wildlife raccoons, deer, nutria, wild boar, occasionally a regular black bear, but nothing matching the upright figure in Claire's footage. Claire returned twice to her filming site, leaving hidden cameras, bear bait, and trail cam setups in hopes the creature would emerge again. She found bear scat and black bear tracks, nothing unexpected yet despite her preparations and hopes. The cameras never caught another bipedal figure. The mystery remained unsolved. In the aftermath, Claire's video became a minor cultural flashpoint. On Reddit and YouTube, paranormal vloggers analyzed frame by frame, pointing out limb proportions and stride length. Wrestling with the question, could this be our mind misinterpreting a bear or something entirely different? Some said she had captured a glimpse of a regional cryptid that had always been whispered about but never seen clearly. Others accused her of blurry footage and wishful thinking. Over time, the hype faded, but local interest persisted. Store-bought souvenirs labeled Honey Island Monster sold at swamp tour kiosks. The area's guides occasionally whispered about the big guy when passing the same stretch of creek. Claire continued to explore the swamp, always with her camera at the ready, and even years later, she believes she filmed something unusual. Her encounter stands as one of the most compelling modern pieces of evidence for the Honey Island Monster, a blurry, grainy moment in time that refuses easy explanation. It invited viewers to peer into the tangled thicket between folklore and wildlife, reminding us that even in well-studied lands, mysteries persist. Whether the creature was simply an upright walking bear, a trick of perception, or something truly extraordinary, one thing remains certain: that swamp will never look the same again.